I found that everybody wants a quick little hack or trick when they're running Facebook ads, especially in the B2B space, because it's so damn expensive. So any way you could just try to get your cost per lead down, or your cost per purchase way down, you're gonna try it, right? What I found is there's not really one little trick you can do, but instead a series of strategies you can implement that might work better for your industry than others. So without further ado, I'm gonna go over the 7 Facebook ad strategies to use when you're trying to improve your return on ad spend for your business or for your client's business. And these are real strategies that we use at my agency and have seen real results from. Let's go. My name is Mudrich, and I've been running paid ads since I was 14 actually for my first business. So I've come a long way since then, of course. And what I want to do is just share some of the strategies that I have personally used and benefited from, or my clients have benefited from, when it comes to Facebook ads and improving your return on ad spend. So jumping right in, the first strategy I usually go to, especially for not getting results out the gate, is Facebook video ads, specifically videos that don't need sound to be understood, because a lot of times people don't have their sound turned on when they're scrolling past the videos. And a way you can combat this, if you're saying, well, Lewis, I have like a talking head video, much like this one, you can actually include a .srt file that allows it to have the captions at the bottom. So even if they're scrolling and they don't want to turn on their sound, they could still understand the context of what's going on. An example of this, I'll just promote myself here, is something like this, where I'm explaining something that may need sound because it's me talking to the camera, but I have the captions going on too as well, which will hopefully entice people to watch the video or click the sound, and then I get more visual later on whenever I show them my screen. And another thing is viewers actually retain about 95% of what they see in a video versus 10% what they read in text. So obviously, take that statistic with a grain of salt, but the point is still clear that people are going to remember what they saw rather than remember exactly what they read. And lastly, on the video ads, is keep them short and to the point. Now, this differs on other platforms like YouTube, where you can have really long video ads, talking 10, 30, 40, 50-minute video ads. But on Facebook specifically, for some reason, you cannot do that. And I think the reason is the fact that people on YouTube are searching around and watching, binge watching and whatnot. Facebook, they're scrolling through a feed. So you want to keep the video ads short and simple. Try to keep them under 3 minutes. Ideally, 30 seconds to 60 seconds seem to work the best, but I know that's not always going to be the best format for what you're trying to deliver. But in a nutshell, keep your video ads short. And if you don't have time to sit here and watch the whole video, I'm actually including a link to a checklist where I summarize all the main points that I cover in this video. Check the description for that, and it's absolutely free, but I want to give you something actionable and tangible to walk away with. So the next strategy, and I feel like I'm going to easily go over 10 in this video, I'm just like breaking down each one with additional mini strategies. But the next main strategy is actually running case study campaigns, and this works really, really well when you're doing retargeting efforts. Case study ads are a great way of getting users to relate and possible customers to relate with people who have already used your product, service, or solution. And it could be something as simple as, just a customer testimonial. Working with ConvertLab has provided me an 88% reduction in cost per conversions, and so on and so forth, and just kind of give them that additional proof that you know what you're doing or this thing works. And at the same time, it's providing social proof that this is a real customer or this is a real case study that happened. And it's really great to get people to build that trust before they click onto your ad. Also, when doing these case study ads, make sure to drop percentages of increase, stats, numbers, things like that. People really like that. That's something they can tangibly hold on to. And just try to drop like these improvements or how much time was saved, things like that, because it still sounds so vague when it's like, we improved results or we saved time. No, we save 50 hours per month on average using this solution. Make it more concrete where they can actually latch onto that quick data point. And the reason why these case study ads work so well is obvious. I mean, the reason why they didn't convert the first time was because something was missing, or maybe the dog, barked just when it rang the doorbell. But let's assume that it's not that. It's basically they didn't trust you enough to actually convert, or they didn't trust your solution enough. And these case study ads help build that trust with a video, testimonial, white paper, whatever it is, so that they actually convert this time around. Now this next strategy I actually talked about in greater detail. I'll link the video below, but basically it's being very concise with your ad copy on Facebook. Now I know I'm overgeneralizing a bit here, but good rule of thumb is people on Facebook don't want to read paragraphs of ad copy when they see your ad. They want the short, concise version. Okay, what pain point are you addressing and how do you solve that? Great, like just keep that short and simple on your Facebook ads. And again, there's some industries where the long form work really well and some types of product work really well, but for the most part, you're gonna have a better time just going short, sweet, and simple. This is also something that a lot of top companies are doing because they know it works better. So you can see Lyft here keeping their ad copy short and to the point. And you can see many other companies doing this too as well. This is actually our free cheat sheet that we use when we're trying to get inspiration for ads. And if you want free access to this, feel free to just click the link in the description and we'll send it to you absolutely free. But you can see that it's not just a Lewis thing. Like looking to move your store online, get 3 months free when you open a store on the leading e-commerce platform. Just really quick and to the point. What's the pain point that you're addressing and how do you solve it? That's what you got to focus on. Don't make it some long paragraph. And you see this formula time and time again because it works. People are very quick to scroll past your ad on Facebook. So you have to be quick to capture their attention and explain what this is in the ad copy text. So the next strategy actually goes outside of Facebook ads where you try to improve your results and taking a step back. And it's having a really nailed down customer persona. You know, what kind of pain points do they have? What kind of questions they ask? What kind of softwares do they use? What kind of magazines do they subscribe to? What's their demographics? Answering these questions in painful detail helps you craft your ad copy better, choose your video creatives better, and know what to say in the scripts whenever they're watching the video so you can actually relate to them so much that they want to click on your ad. I'm not going to harp on this one too much because I'm sure you have some sort of customer persona, but this also helps you out when you're doing your targeting because now you can find more detailed audiences on Facebook of who you want to show your ads to based on who you think your ideal customer persona is. And this one is more useful for software companies, but it can also be used for some, new product lines for your e-commerce store or a new service offering for your B2B company. But retarget and advertise your new features or your new products. Of course, you need to have your Facebook pixel installed to retarget people. And if you don't have that for some reason, check the video in the description where I go in detail about how to do that. So this strategy is actually one of my favorites, as you can tell watching this video, but give your audience free value. And if you don't want to make video content, that's fine too. You can do a free ebook, free white paper, free manifesto, something that they would find useful and also now be like, oh, okay, I know where I got that. Now I'm going to check out more content of yours and now I'm going to check out your website, right? Versus just buy my shit, which everyone does that. And there's a reason why people are going to scroll past your ad and not become a customer. And now I'm trying to give you ways to improve your return on ad spend, but you have to take a step back sometimes and think of, well, how can I get someone to even consider me in the first place? You know, a great way to do that? Provide something useful to them and then try to sell them later. Don't ask them to marry you when you just met them. Great segue, because this brings me into my next strategy. Don't make it all about the sales. And a lot of times, specifically for software and high ticket B2B or things like that, I see everyone just go straight for book a demo, book a demo, book a demo. And the problem is you need to warm people up. It works way better, and it has for many years now, to warm people up rather than just sending them straight to a contact page or sending them straight to a request a demo page. People want to be warmed up before they make a financial commitment, a time commitment, or even, just checking out your website, for example. And a great way to do that is putting them through a sequence of either content, value, lead magnets, whatever, and warm them up. Maybe you send them a series of videos and you retarget people who've watched a percentage of that video on Facebook with another video, and then you push them to check out the website, right? There's many different ways to do this. I include some videos about that. I'll put them in the description, but the goal is to warm up the audience who is cold, unless you retarget them, completely cold, before you try to get them to make a purchase. And that actually, you think, well, that's going to cost me more, additional ad I have to run. It's actually cheaper because now you can retarget them and then get them to make an action rather than just sending people straight to a buy ad and losing so much revenue there because people aren't going to click it and they're not going to sign up. And those are the main strategies I would use if it was my business or a client's business to recover ROAS or improve return on ad spend with Facebook ads. So I hope you got some value in this video. And if you did, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell. If you really liked it and you want to be extra awesome, click the thumbs up so it tells the algorithm that this content was good. And I'll see you on the next video.